Children, now that you have got a recombinant DNA, a piece of DNA which can be inserted onto a plasmid or either bacteria or yeast or any plasmid of any bacteria. Okay. So it is used to combine or join with the plasmid of a bacteria. Okay, now which we have made a recombinant DNA now. Now this has to get again put into the bacterial cell. We are taking out the plasmid and then inserting this recombinant DNA, right? And now this DNA, recombinant DNA, should be again inserted into the bacterial cell. Now you know that DNA is a hydrophilic molecule. It is a negatively charged particle and it is also hydrophilic, whereas our cell membrane or cell wall is it is made up of what? Lipids and proteins. Okay, so it will not allow this water soluble molecule through the membrane inside it. So the cells has to be made competent. What is that word? The cells have to be made competent for taking up this recombinant DNA. For that, what you have to do is first the bacterial cells are treated with a divalent cation, specific concentration of a divalent cation. You know what is a divalent, right? For example, calcium. So first what you should do, first it is treated with a divalent cation. So the DNA can enter the bacterium through the pores in the cell wall. Now the speed of this taking in of this recombinant DNA can be increased by alternatively keeping this DNA and the bacterial cell first placing it on ice. First incubated with ice, then a short interval after taking from the ice, you give a shock treatment or heat treatment of 42 degrees Celsius. Then again placing it in ice. Okay children, what is done? After treating with divalent cation, it is placed on ice, incubated with ice. Edana incubated with ice, that is the bacterium plus the plasmid is incubated with ice. Then given heat treatment of 42 degrees for a short while and then again placed back in ice. Now this will enable the bacteria to take up the recombinant DNA. It will increase the pore size and the recombinant DNA can easily enter into the bacterial cell. So this is making the cell competent, the bacterial cell competent. But children, this is not only the way to make the recombinant DNA into the plant or animal cell. Okay, there are other methods also like micro injection. Micro injection is the recombinant DNA is directly injected into the nucleus of an animal cell. It is done in animal cell, children. So what is the process? It is called as micro injection, where the recombinant DNA is directly injected into the animal cell, nucleus of the animal cell. In plants, one more method is used, which is called as biolistics, which is also called as gene gun. Biolistics, gene gun. Here the plant cells are bombarded with high velocity microparticles of gold or tungsten. ഇതൊക്കെയാണ് gold or tungsten. Okay. Children, a bacteria called as Agrobacterium tumefaciens. It's a bacterium which is a pathogen of many dicot plants. Okay, what it does is this Agrobacterium tumefaciens has got a plasmid which is called as Ti plasmid. Okay, now this from the Ti plasmid it is when this infect a dicot plant, this TI plasmid has a small segment of DNA called as tDNA. What is that? tDNA. It is called a plasmid, TI plasmid, and the tDNA of the TI plasmid is delivered when it is infecting a dicot plant. It is delivered into the plant. Okay, and when it delivers, and this tDNA, it causes tumor in plant cells. Tumor, okay. So it is not only producing tumor, but also it is making the tumor cells produce some chemicals which is needed for the growth of this bacterium. You understood, children? So what is that? It is delivering a piece of DNA which causes tumor in the plant cell. Okay, and this tumor also produces some chemicals which is needed for the growth of this bacterium, Agrobacterium tumefaciens. Okay, so we scientists are using this delivering art of this tumefaciens, and instead of the tDNA, they replace, that is, we are disarming the pathogenous nature of this bacterium. Okay, and we are placing our desirable gene, whatever we desire, we place it instead of that. And again, but this agrobacterium doesn't lose this transferring thing, the property. Okay, so this is transferred into the plant, and now it doesn't cause tumor in the plant because the tDNA is lost, isn't it? Because it is replaced by some other gene, a desirable gene. Okay, and like that, it is, we can make the plant synthesize or produce varieties, or we can develop qualities or varieties in plants we desire. Understood, children? So this is the disarming of the pathogens. Another example is the retroviruses, which enter into human beings' nucleus, and it causes the cells to it will change our genotype, or change the gene which will control our cell division. Retrovirus, what it does, children? It will go into the nucleus of human beings or other animals, and it will alter the genes which control cell division or cell growth, and thereby cause cancer in human beings. Okay, now this is also used, this retrovirus, the cancerous nature of this retrovirus is altered by recombinant technology, and a new gene is inserted there so that it can deliver this gene into the human genome. Okay, this has been widely used. This Agrobacterium tumefaciens and retroviruses are widely used to transfer a piece of DNA of our desired nature. Okay, which is the, so these retroviruses in animals can transform normal cells into cancerous cells. So they are used to deliver desirable genes into animal cells. Okay, so that is all for today, children. Thank you, all of you.